Good morning. Happy Father's Day. Happy Sunday. Dr. Dan Yachter, the chiropractor. And running a little late here because I gave myself a Father's Day gift of sleeping in. So glad you're watching though. If you're watching right now or when you watch. Yes, happy Father's Day. Got to spoil the fathers, spoil the dads today, right? So we're going to talk about what's going to go down this Tuesday. And it is going to be a total poop show, right? Masterclass on poop, masterclass on the GI tract. Did you know that 40%, a minimum, this is the lowest number that I could find, the most conservative number I could find, 40% of all Americans have digestive issues. They report daily digestive issues, whatever it may be, whether it's bloating, diarrhea, constipation, reflux, whatever it may be. 40%. That is insane. And we're going to talk about quite a bit Tuesday, this Tuesday, the 17th. Good morning, CC. We're going to talk about what does a healthy GI tract even look like? That's a really good question. Here's a really quick tip, an important tip. A minimum of one bowel movement per day. A minimum. Up to 3. The healthiest bowels, the healthiest GI tracts, up to 3 poops per day, right? So at the masterclass, we're going to talk about what is a GI tract? What is it? Okay, how does it function? How does it function normally? How does it go bad? What are the things that break your GI tract? Good morning, Gio. And then how do you fix it? How do you rebalance it? How do you get it working properly, right? And of course, it's with more prescription pharmaceutical medications. We know that. Not really. Okay. In fact, that actually, maybe short term, but long term, it breaks the system. Happy Father's Day, Gio. Thanks for being on with us. So we're going to talk about all that stuff and more. In fact, the microbiome, which is where all the microbiota live, 100 trillion bacterial colonies, critters. I call it the critter forest. Mainly in the colon, the large intestines. They call it the microbiome, a 2 to 3 pound organ. They actually classify these bugs that are in our guts as an organ. And that organ, these bugs, not only do they make neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine, GABA, all kinds of different chemicals that help run our brain, but there's a direct line. The line is called the vagus nerve, a conduit that runs from the gut, the enteric nervous system, which is in the gut, all the way up into the brain. And there's a bidirectional communication pathway. That nerve is called the vagus nerve. And that vagus nerve, the wandering nerve, they speak all day long, back and forth, the stomach and the gut. And the chemicals that are made in the gut, the health of your gut, the state of your gut, determines the condition of your brain, your thinking. There are chemicals that are made in the gut. For example, serotonin. 95% of all the serotonin is made in the gut. That's for a sense of well-being. It's for mood stabilization, appetite control, your ability to sleep well, your ability just to have a calm, peaceful, rational mind. Almost all of it's made in the gut, and it doesn't necessarily cross the blood-brain barrier, but it actually rides on and through the vagus nerve and communicates with the brain. So the state of the health of your gut determines directly the state of your mental health. The microbiome, a 2 to 3 pound organ. It's actually considered an organ now, the gut critters. So we're going to be talking about this. There are tests that can be used, very advanced tests, not found in your medical doctor's office, the GI map. There are many other different types of laboratories which can genetically map your gut, tell you what's in your gut. The mapping that we use is very different than a colonoscopy and endoscopy. It's very different than any of your standard tests, your Cologuard. We look at, through genetic testing, we can actually map out the microbiome. Look at bacteria, viruses, yeast, pathogenic overgrowth, dysbiosis, commensal bacteria, the indigenous bacteria that should be living there, yeast, parasites, protozoan, worms. We can look at everything, the state of your liver, gallbladder, pancreas, the inflammatory markers that are specific to the gut, the immune lining of the gut. We can look at zonulin, which is a direct indicator of your odds of having leaky gut. It's a measurement of leaky gut. So all of this can be measured. All of it can be quantified if you have the right testing If you're not guessing and you're doing the right testing and you can identify exactly what's wrong with your gut, then you could fix it. If not, then everything's guessing, right? You don't want to guess, especially when it comes to your gut. If it's that important and that's tied in with your mental health and your body's overall sense of well-being. In fact, the state of your gut, what's going on in your gut influences everything. A lot of people, like I've mentioned in previous segments, a lot of people do not connect things like headaches, depression, high blood pressure, joint pain, arthritis, autoimmune issues, thyroid issues, on and on and on. So on and on and on and on. All these different things. Skin issues, psoriasis, eczema. Most people don't connect these different types of conditions to gut issues. And meanwhile, it has been shown medically that all of these and more are connected to the gut. So I'll leave you with a quick tip here in terms of just giving your bowels, giving your gut some love today. A few simple things that are known to help gut health very easily, very effectively, very quickly. And what they are is, number one, movement. Sitting, if you're sitting a lot or all day, you're compressing the bowels, you're compressing the organs. It's very hard for things to move through your bowels, through your GI system. And if it becomes stagnant, well, just like a pond that becomes stagnant, mosquitoes grow. They proliferate. They breed. Bad things breed. So you got to move. If you want your bowels to move, you have to move. Okay, that's number one. Keep the body in motion. Number two, lots of hydration. The bowels need lots of hydration. Make sure you're drinking at least half your body weight in ounces less if you're drinking or you're eating a very water-rich diet and lots of salads. And then, of course, as I just mentioned, salads, they provide a lot of fiber. So we're going to be talking about at the Masterclass the most fibrous-rich foods. The colon needs a lot of fiber. The microbiome, the microbiota, the bacteria of the microbiome need a lot of fiber to produce fuel. We're going to be talking about this at the Masterclass, the fermentation process. Oh yeah, there's my mulberry tree here. Let's see if we have any mulberries. Throw those in my shake. I don't think we have any. Nah, no mulberries. I think the squirrels and the crows got them, and we're rooting for our cypress over there. He went into shock when we planted him, so hopefully he'll make it through. We'll get some rain here. But please join us Tuesday, June 17th. It's already here. My Achy Breaky Leaky Gut Masterclass. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a fun one. And come out, learn, grow, elevate your knowledge, and understand that many of your health problems could be coming from the gut, but conventional medicine, mainstream medicine, could very likely be overlooking your issues, right? So we're going to be talking about testing. We're going to be talking about how to get the gut right. We're going to be talking about the atlas vertebrae, the vagus, chiropractic, spinal care, how that directly influences the health of your gut, of course, including every other part of the body. Thank you, Mary. Happy Father's Day. I appreciate those wishes. And happy Father's Day to Mr. Emery as well. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. I'm out here in nature. Remember, move, hydrate, get fibered up, and have a phenomenal day. And while you're doing that, get your calendar out. Mark off the 17th, 6:30 p.m. Come and join us. It's going to be a phenomenal night of learning and elevating. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Talk to you soon.